Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to 414 Television. Let's recap one of the big games from this week. Wednesday's game, the Boston Celtics were the matchup for your Milwaukee Bucks. No, the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, as soon as the name trade happened at the very top of the season, they've been the two favorites to come out of the East. Some saying Boston, some saying Milwaukee. More saying Milwaukee. But Wednesday's game kind of changed that consensus. Milwaukee's no longer necessarily the favorite to come out of the East, because Boston whooped that ass. As a Milwaukee Bucks fan, it was very hard for me to witness the education, the schooling that the Boston Celtics put the Milwaukee Bucks through. The Boston Celtics beat the Milwaukee Bucks Wednesday night 119 to 116. It was a very hard game to watch. Going into the game, there was one major concern, one major question that everybody was concerned about on the Milwaukee Bucks part was the defense. And they proved everybody right for that concern. In the first 3 minutes of the game, the Milwaukee Bucks allowed the Boston Celtics score 10 points while the Bucks scored none. Giannis Antetokounmpo, as good as he is, as talented as he is. Now, let me make it very clear. Giannis, in the last 6 games before they played the Bucks, was averaging 37 points per game off of 70% shooting from the field. A 70% success rate from the field while scoring 37 points per game off of that 70% success rate. That's why Giannis is one of the most dominant players in this game's history. But let's talk about the reality of things defensively. Defensively, this Bucks team is getting torched. The Bucks rank 24th in league defense. 24th in league defense. Going into this game, that was the major concern, was the defense. As soon as they traded Drew Holiday to the Celtics, the concern has consistently been the defense. We don't have perimeter defense anymore. Players, other teams are averaging 110 points per game plus on us. We went from a very balanced team to a defensive lacking team with offensive OP. We are overpowered offensively. Let's not forget that. We are overpowered offensively. And that's why we can hang in there. Even when we are getting blown out of the gym. There's been multiple games this season where the Bucks are losing by 20 points. But somehow, some way, in like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, we sneak in there, just sneak in there. Close the gap. Maybe by 5, 4, 3, 2. But we still end up losing. We're able to close that gap because of our offensive, overpowered offensive squad. We have an excess of offense, but a scarcity in defense. And we see this continuously. Another concern of mine, I don't know if this will change. I don't know if this is because of a lack of repetitions together. I'm not seeing very strong duo play between Giannis and Dame just yet. I respect the hell out of these brothers. Let me make that very clear. But these are two generational talents, two of the best players in the world. But we're not seeing that tough duo just yet. What I see is when Giannis is going off, Dame is cold. When Dame is going off, Giannis is cold. Let me say that again to make sure I said that right. When Giannis is going off, Dame is cold. When Dame is going off, Giannis is cold. Yeah, okay. I did say that right. Back to focus. But seriously, though, it seems as if they haven't learned how to dominate together. Something that happens a lot with this Bucks team that I'm not the biggest fan of is that we're letting the ball be in Giannis's hand during crunch time. Then what the hell is Dame for? I mean, no, I'm not knocking Giannis in any way. Giannis is a beast, and he has been proven himself to be a competitive facilitator. So it's not like he doesn't deserve the ball to be in his hands. The question just is, why is the ball in his hands when we have Dame? And I ask this question because in the fourth quarter of this game against the Celtics, it was Dame that brought that deficit down from 14 points to 3, simply because Dame said, move out the damn way, I'm playing iso ball. And no hate on Giannis, Dame is better at that. And that's okay. You're not always going to be the best. Just because it's your team doesn't mean you're always going to be the best at everything. Dame is more clutch in the fourth quarter when it comes to saying, give me that ball, get the hell out of the way, because of that offensive versatility that Giannis doesn't necessarily have. Giannis's bag is, back down in the post, Euro steps, maybe a spin move, a dunk, and just be forceful. Dame can be forceful. He can step back for the pull-up three. He can do a little crossover into the lane. He can pull up for a midi. And this causes confusion on the defense's part. It discombobulates them. We saw Dame discombobulating the Boston Celtics defense in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter on Wednesday, until he missed that dunk, of course. We saw that. So why can't we allow Dame to be that guy in the fourth quarter? I don't think Giannis needs to be that guy anymore. Let's take that offensive pressure off him so he can focus on grabbing those extra rebounds, getting that extra block, and defense in the fourth. But I'm not an NBA coach. I'm not an NBA player, so I'm probably just a guy on the mic talking. I don't know the difference from my mama's mama, and the man she married. So don't take anything from me. Those guys are the professional. I'm not. I'm just saying my part in what I see. I think we do need to see Dame play more duo basketball with Giannis. Execute the pick and roll a little bit more. It don't hurt. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of 414 Television.